Let's keep going.
I feel like I stepped outside of Plato Cave. When I told them what I saw, they thought I was insane. It didn't matter what I said or how far I came. Showed them all the evidence, they looked at me with shame.
So now we talk about Plato's Cave. Plato's Cave is mentioned in the second verse. I feel like I stepped outside of Plato's Cave. When I told them what I saw, they thought I was insane. It didn't matter what I said or how far I came. Showed them all the evidence, they looked at me with shame. So, in the previous videos on this channel, I told you guys about Plato's Cave and what it means to step out of Plato's Cave, to discover enlightenment, to discover truth. And when I stepped out like the captive and I went back into the cave to society, and I told my loved ones and my friends and people that I know about what I had saw, they thought and gave me crazy looks. They gave me looks of like, And it was never a matter of, that's interesting, right? So it's almost as if you have to try your best. And that's why I spoke about how when I told them what I saw, they thought, they looked at me with shame. It didn't matter what I said or how far I came. And I've come a long way. And I've said a lot of things, and everything's been backed on research. Everything's been backed on facts. And they looked at me with shame, right? So let's keep going.
But I'm not like them, I know I'm different, can't be tamed. Do my thing in every way, I keep up on my flame. Had to understand the game and find out how to play. Sacrifice a life of pleasure, did it on the way.
But I'm not like them, I know I'm different, I can't be tamed. Do my thing in every way, I keep up on my flame. Had to understand the game and find out how to play. Sacrifice a life of pleasure, did it on the way. So it is really important that when you are in a space of enlightenment, that you know yourself. So that's why I'm saying that I acknowledge that I'm different. And I have to do my thing, and I have to keep this flame, bro. That fire in your heart, that fire in your mind, that fire in your body has to stay alive. You have to fight, bro. That's why in the song by the Eye of the Tiger, too many times it happens too fast. Trade your passion for glory. So it's like you have to keep that fire, bro. And you have to keep that fire. I keep up on my flame. Had to understand the game and find out how to play, bro. Can you ever play chess if you don't know how to play? You're going to lose every time. Imagine playing basketball for the first time without knowing anything. Someone just gives you the ball and they give you a basket. You're going to have to learn to play to be competitive, bro. Do you understand? You have to learn how to ice skate to ice skate. You have to learn the game of the world, man. You have to learn the game of capitalism. You have to learn the game of mental health. You have to learn the roots of this big tree that we are all on. And that is the only way you can do it. Sacrifice a life of pleasure, did it on the way. Dopamine is one of the biggest reasons why we do what we do in our lives. So when you are flooded with dopamine, when you are flooded with drugs, when you're flooded with instant gratification, it becomes harder to achieve something much bigger. And that's why I spoke about how we live in a world sometimes that overfloods us with dopamine. You know, women, drugs, pornography, movies, shows, right? So these things are so accessible to us. So when you sacrifice a life of pleasure, I did it on the way, it's like, it's a huge sacrifice that you're making.